Hi, my name is Womp Rat, and today we're going to be playing some Orcs Must Die 2 Weekly Challenge. Today's level, Dark Arts. Alright guys, first off, my apologies. I am a week overdue from when I thought I would be able to be uploading again. Took a little bit longer than I thought. Had to get a new monitor. Didn't want to just, drop unnecessary cash on that. Shopped around, got a good deal. But now we are back, and it is time to kill some orcs. So, one of the things you might remember if you've watched any of my other videos, I have long raved about how much fun this particular weekly challenge is. I cannot stress enough how awesome it is. So, what do we have with us today? Well, we have our vampiric gauntlet, primary fire, reduces our mana. Refills our HP, secondary effect on it, right there. Reduces our HP for mana to fire it again. So it's a very delicate balance between life and death here. Get too greedy and get hit accidentally, well, you lose 3 whiff points and you're dead, and you live with the shame. Fortunately for us today, we are going to be trying for untouchables, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Just trying to make sure that we top ourselves off. And let's see, slot number 2, we've got the lightning bracers, or lightning ring rather. It's kind of a fun little thing. Not too useful here for most stuff. Good for clearing some trash waves if you need to make some time, but really not all that mana efficient. You'll find that you'll end up having a health deficit if you do that. One thing that it's really good for is using on orcs when you go to our number 4. I'll talk about that here in a minute. So trinket number 3 is our health trinket. Now, secondary effect on it, you can use it, I believe it takes some mana. Gives you a little bit of either reduced damage or invulnerability. I've never actually used that portion of it. The reason we have it with us today is its passive bonus is it increases our health pool. As you can see, our health is kind of elongated over our mana bar. So that's very helpful, especially when we're using these vampiric gauntlets. A lot of synergy there. And like I said, just use the lightning here and there and to quickly clear out some of the orcs. And number 4. Our Berserker Trinket. So what does a Berserker Trinket do, you ask? Well, passively, if you get low on health, it'll proc. It'll make a nice noise for you. And when that happens, you'll glow a little bit red. And you will be doing increased damage. Enough so to kill off medium armored orcs with 1 shot. Unfortunately, the bile bats, which spawned just that round, are not one-shottable by that, even if you are Berserk. So I generally just, use vampiric gauntlets for them. Like I said, lightning ring's a little bit mana intense. Use it sparingly or to set up some combos. But yeah, good for clearing out trash too. But that is everything we have with us today. So we got some little kobold runners here. So this is a really fun level. I'm hoping to break 200,000. I don't really remember what I got as far as score last time. But I know that based on this level, a lot of it's going to come down to creature minion kills. Or sorry, minion trap kills. And since we don't have any traps, that means we're solely dependent upon our minions, which come in the form of our archers and our minecarts. Love our minecarts. Unfortunately, they're a little luck based here, unless you want to get up on the track on the early waves and kind of kite them around when you have more time. Later waves tend to be a little bit more stressful, and you want to kind of focus on just clearing stuff as fast as you can. See me here with the Berserker Trinket activated. We've gotten enough health, we've recovered. No longer have that bonus. So, yeah. A lot of this is going to come down to ×3 combos. It is possible. It's a little luck-based with the minions, but pretty much it's going to come down, the top scores are going to come down to ×3 combos and Just making sure that the traps or minions get the last kill. It's a little hard to predict which ones they're going to shoot, but, you know, kind of like put down that and let them go to town, do that. I imagine that'd be a better way to do it. Yeah, pretty much. We're just gonna kill orcs. A lot of this is back and forth, clear right side, clear left side. First few waves aren't too hard. It gets progressively harder as you get along. Let's see how we're doing. Well, so far, so good. Just gotta make sure that you stay up on your mana. If you're doing well on a side like I am right now, well, okay, I misspoke. We just lost an archer, I think. But if you're doing well enough on one side, you don't have to worry about too much. You can kind of naturally let your mana come back a little bit. Going to be getting our mana back the unnatural way. Kind of feel like I'm playing a necromancer in EverQuest. Swapping my health for mana. And kind of life tapping these orcs. It's like Crushbone all over again. Alright. One more colonnade. That's not too bad. But yes, now that I am moved and I am set up, we will have more videos to come. I'm currently... I have not even finished this week's weekly. We'll see how I stack up. I know that my co-op partner, Saban Kenobi, is on the board. And speaking of my co-op partner, Saban Kenobi, we will try to be getting a co-op video out here for this level. I imagine it won't be as hard as solo play. If I am remembering correctly, when we did this 20 weeks ago, since there are 20 weekly challenges and they cycle through. So yeah, pretty much we're going to try to get that. I've moved time zones, so it's no longer as easy to coordinate that, but we'll try to make it work. Alright, sappers. Now, I'm not going to get this right, but if you play your cards right, you can get a ×3, sometimes a ×4 combo with those guys. I don't have it well orchestrated right there, like not even at all. I'm mostly going to worry about beating this without getting hit right now. This is the first time I've gone through this level. I have not practiced it as of yet. This is like my first go through, so hopefully we get through it. Once I'm done with this initial go through and showing you guys just kind of sort of what you're in for, we'll go ahead and I'll probably make another run at it to try out a few things, see if any of my ideas work. Now, if you want, try to let these guys come in, help you do most of the work for you. See right there, a ×3 combo. Gonna get our mana back. I'm a little low on health, so just in case, grabbing that. Always nice to have more health to be able to get more mana back. So lots of orcs, lots of health symbols going in. You're going to hear that noise quite a bit if you're using the vampiric gauntlets, and I suggest that you make that your mainstay for this level. But yeah, it's not too bad. We're on wave 6 of 9. That's not too bad. I'm not sure what the par time for the course is, but I think we're doing okay. I know a lot of these challenges you want to try to clear it out as fast as you can. Time doesn't give you too many points, even if you clear a little bit early. I mean, if you go over par, that's when it really matters because you lose a skull, which means you're not getting the full bonus that you could be. But as far as things go, I'd say we're doing pretty well right now. So no ×3 is there. Then again, I wasn't really spraying, but I'd rather just kind of kill off these guys. Some kobold runners. And wave 7. This is where things start to, you know, heat up a little bit. I haven't gone for that skull yet. I've got like 1,500 skulls banked with no new DLC in sight. I don't really feel the need to go for it. I'm not compelled. I remember when I was still filling out my trap book, I would have jumped at the chance and gotten that as soon as it dropped, but not this week. Not anymore. Okay, so it's worth mentioning, and I had forgot to mention it before, see those flyers crumple. There is a point at which they have to cross. There's a threshold up there, and they're immune until they cross that threshold. And we want to make sure that we're not wasting mana and waiting until they cross that threshold. I'm going to clear out these flyers too. They're definitely outside the threshold. They have to cross out of that little hidey hole where they spawn. Once they get out there, I think it's not too long and you can start hitting them. Like, your lightning doesn't chain back, and if you try to hit him in that cubby, it just doesn't do anything. Okay, so we might have to bait these guys around a little bit, kite them around, like a necromancer. I need to get this guy's attention. Okay, that was a little bit close. Now, see, you want to try to bait them before they dissolve, because after that, they're just determined. Once the elementals break into the smaller bits, they're just focused on getting into that rift. So, if you can, make sure that you kite them backward from that. We'll try to make a better attempt at it next time we have some. That was kind of a poor attempt on my part, and I apologize for that. A lot of the same repetitive noises, and I do apologize, but given the limited abilities we have, it kind of becomes the case. So, I should mention, it's a neat little trick. Works with the War Mage and the Health Fountains. Also works with the Sorceress and the Mana Fountains. So, listen up. If you guys need to take traps, like you can't do this without traps, here's a little tip and trick to make things a little bit easier. Those wall fountains can be sold after you have used them, stood by them, drained all of their resource. You can sell them without taking any monetary loss. You get the full refund. It's not like a barricade where that thing gets hit and all of a sudden, oh, well, I'm only getting like half price for it. No, you get the full refunded price of what you spent for it. So a good trick is between waves, just sit there, eat your health away with the vampiric gauntlets, and drop down a well, drain that thing, put another one down, drain it, sell it, and then go back. Okay, we're gonna pick this up. And just keep your mana topped off between waves. It's, it's okay. You can drop them during the waves too if you need extra mana. We're doing pretty well as far as potions are concerned. As always, I think there's there's other trap that you can take this week. Makes it a little bit easier. But that's one of the reasons I really do like this weekly challenge, and I have nothing but praise for this challenge, is some weekly challenges are just easy to 5-skull. Easy to 5-skull, maybe they're a little hard to high score. Some are really straightforward. I mean, this is straightforward if you want a high score. There's not much you can do to get a higher score than go for Untouchable and Trapless. So, but this one, the execution of that is actually somewhat difficult. It's actually a lot of fun. Other levels, it's just not really fun, maybe a little bit more tedious. I don't know, I'm a big fan of going through and just smashing as many orcs personally, and not having that passive nature from some of the traps. I know I have missed a couple weeks, and unfortunately, I'm not sure how we're going to do on that, but when we loop through to where I am, where I started when I started doing these, I'm going to stop doing the weekly video just because you guys can go back and see what I've done already. That was a poor shot on my part. And I will go through, and on weeks where I have either missed a recording due to travel or illness or something else, I'll go ahead and start getting those recorded and put up for you guys. Then we do have the Trapless Experiment. Kind of winding down here, got to get our archers killed. So yeah, I guess this kind of reminds me of Trapless Experiment to some degree. It's a lot of what I do in there. A lot of fun going through beating levels as much as we can without any traps. Alright, so we got elementals both sides. 3 apiece. We gotta make sure that we get them both down. So yeah, in the works, more Trapless Experiment. I gotta get passages recorded for you guys. I actually do have like 2 recordings of it. I'm not even sure like what they have. I need to go through, review them. If I don't have the footage I want, then I'll go ahead and re-record that. So let's try a second take at kiting these guys away from the rift. Well, a little bit better, but we've lost interest. That secondary to momentarily root been very, very helpful. Okay, gotta root him, turn him around, kite him back. And there we go, level done. Don't think we got hit, don't think we had any get through. Let's go ahead and verify that. Alright, 197,000 points, just shy of my 200,000 point goal. And we did get untouchable and trapless, so that's always a plus. That's about as good as we can do, other than minor nitpicking. A lot of hack scores. Looks like first place begins at 7, and we are at 11th rank. Which puts us at 5th. Not bad. So congratulations to all the high scores. Yeah, if you guys can get through this with untouchable and trapless, I mean, go ahead and practice. You'll definitely get up in the top 10. Until then, I hope to see you guys there at the top. Until next time, I'm Womp Rat, signing out.